So I think it's a very positive move to the metaverse. It's kind of different activities that allows us to go into the digital world. This means the possibility to bring all these tools and also the market expertise that TOPGOAL has it.
Welcome back, everyone, to another Tech Times exclusive interview. Today, we'll be discussing Klaytn. And to talk with us today is Carolina Rios. She's the Director of Partnerships. And just for you guys that's not aware, Klaytn is the blockchain arm of KLAYTN'S Corporation, which is the second largest Korean tech company. And I think they have an evaluation of around $60 billion. And they're also the dominant blockchain in Korea, with partnerships spanning from Asia to the US, all around the globe. Carolina, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thanks to you for having me. Very excited.
Absolutely, yeah, absolute pleasure. So first, I want to congratulate you on your recent partnership with TOPGOAL.
Thank you so much. It was really one of the most exciting projects that we have currently in our ecosystem. So I'm very happy for not only these partnerships, but also what we are going to build for the ecosystem from now.
Okay, and for the viewers that may not be aware as well, TOPGOAL is what exactly does TOPGOAL do?
Klaytn.
Or I mean, yeah, Klaytn, yeah, but also TOPGOAL. Like we know, Klaytn is the huge blockchain coming in. How important is this collaboration between Klaytn and TOPGOAL?
Okay, this collaboration is actually very important for us because it's the opportunity to bridge the Web 2 with the Web 3 for our partners, especially in the sport industry. So this means the possibility to bring all these tools and also the market expertise that TOPGOAL has it with our tech capacity and of course the ecosystem of our partners to this project.
Okay, and in relation, I think TOPGOAL is based on football, maybe for everyone except for those in America, football, but of course for us in America, soccer guys, if you were curious, no NFL things here. So what can Klaytn do for TOPGOAL that's really going to benefit, sports and sports fans in general?
Well, I think one of the largest or one of the biggest contributions of these partnerships is especially the tools that we are bringing to these partners, as I mentioned before, but also as the opportunity for give the fans a closer engagement and a totally new experience. As you probably know, we are also working with NFTs, with metaverse in different experience for gaming and for other areas for sports. So it's very interesting because fans that we have the opportunity to have a closer relationship with their teams, but also with their sports stars, and also having a totally new engagement with them.
Okay, so I think I read somewhere that you're going to be facilitating, maybe it's a good word to use, the transfer of NFTs and kind of like personalized highlights and these type things for football fans.
Sorry, I couldn't understand the question. Could you just?
Yeah, so basically what Klaytn is doing is maybe facilitating the transfer of these football related NFTs and memorabilia and things that's happening and will be happening in the metaverse.
Okay, so we actually have a very diverse project and diversity of projects that we can work with TOPGOAL and especially our partners that goes for example, token engagement, but also ticketing, but also, for instance, like NFTs, collection, special collections, or this kind of different activities that allows us to go into the digital world with all these kind of pieces and all these kind of activities that the fans and also the teams are expecting to have in a totally different and new world that is the Web3, and the opportunities that the Web3 goes or brings to this community, especially.
Okay, all right, I see. Thank you very much. So let's speak more about Klaytn for a second. So what is Klaytn trying to do in the blockchain ecosystem that's not currently being done?
Okay, I think one of the largest or one of the most important contributions of Klaytn into the ecosystem is especially trying to be the blockchain of choice for those large corporations and all these institutions working in the Web 2 to the Web 3. So we give not only the tooling for do this kind of developments from the blockchain perspective, but also giving them the opportunity to curate an ecosystem of partners that will be the best alliance for them to go into the one of these projects. Also, other of the contributions of Klaytn that I think it's very important and relevant for the ecosystem is that because we are backed by Kakao Corporation, that is one of the largest Korean corporations. And as you mentioned, also one of the best evaluated companies, is also given this seal of trust, the seal of reputation, that for more than 12 years, we have been in the space doing or imprint this seal, as I mentioned to you, of excellence and successful stories in different segments in the tech industry. So I think this is something that definitely is one of our flagships for the ecosystem.
Okay. Right. Okay. Yeah, I understand. So I understand. So you are the director of partnerships. So I'm sure you a very busy woman. I'm sure you have a lot of things going on. So what can we really expect from Klaytn this year?
This is a great question, and this is one of the most exciting parts. Now Klaytn is in a very good position to go to the global expansion. So in 2022, and of course in the coming months, we are expecting a very aggressive global expansion, not only into Europe, but also in a very interesting emerging markets as Latin America and other regions around the world. So we are working very hard to bring not only partners actually in the sports industry, but also across other industries that are in this need to have a trust partner to go into the Web3.
Okay, yeah. So you mentioned Web3, and I'm not sure how many people, myself included, are completely familiar with Web 1, Web 2, Web 3. If I may take a stab, I know Web 1 was like, the 90s era, right? And then Web 2 kind of gave us the social medias. So if you could please, what exactly, or not exactly, maybe what are some of the possibilities that come with Web3?
Okay, this is a very important question, and I think also it's a little bit difficult to answer. And the reason why is because the Web3 is still in construction. So as in still in construction, the concept and the definition of what is Web3 and what is the opportunities there, of course, is still limited for the capacity that we envision actually for the Web3. But definitely one of the most important elements is for example, having more centralized interactions and more direct interaction, more peer-to-peer interactions, not only in finance, but different transactions. Mm-hmm. So for example, in the case of sports, a closer engagement with fans, a closer engagement with the teams, with also the stars of the industry. So this is a very important, and it's exactly how we empower totally new business models that can be monetized, but also can give the ability to people to connect from a global scape in all this kind of different engagements across the industry.
Okay, so one more question before we go, and this is kind of maybe just an opinion question from you. How do you think the current situation, or the previous, I guess maybe it's previous now, of the pandemic has maybe made people maybe more acceptable to an idea of, maybe the metaverse is a quote unquote safe space for business and, meetings and things like that. Do you have an opinion on this?
I think the metaverse and all this this new move in technology that we are seeing is a very natural evolution of this virtualization that we see. We saw, of course, more progressive in terms of the pandemic, when the humans had a lot of a totally breakdown on how we relate each other. But finally, the metaverse and all this kind of technology tools gives the people the ability to make business in a totally different way, or for example, working in a totally different way that at the end of the day, many companies and many people found more convenient and also easier to, for example, reach people or customers or markets that before the pandemic actually were not that present in the plans of companies and the people. So I think is a very positive move to the metaverse, but also I think it's a very natural evolution for what we have seen during the pandemic in terms of the virtualization of relationships and transactions.
Right, absolutely. And Clayton is here is facilitate the right word to use. Clayton's here to kind of maybe, I want to say like hold our hand as we transition to this new technological era where not everything happens in the physical world.
Yeah, exactly. So Clayton, if we can just synthesize what we do, is we are the layer one for enterprise adoption. So this is exactly what we want to do in the market, help large corporations and enterprises to go into this Web3. So this is what we are preparing, and we prepare this not with only giving the tools, the technological tools, but also the advice support, and also identifying, curate this ecosystem and helping also our partners to understand probably what will be the best strategy between these dense world of the metaverse, NFTs, and all the tools that blockchain technology is presenting to people. What will be the best strategy? Because of course, this is very customized. For one company, probably, for example, in sports, fan engagement through a token will be the best strategy. But for others, for example, a gaming, or for others, for example, create a totally new metaverse for this relationship. So I think it's a very customized immersion, and Clayton is here to support the customers and to support the partners to do this migration to the Web3 in the most safe and more supported way.
Okay. Well, Carolina, I hate to say it, but we are out of time for this episode, but it was a great conversation. And Clayton is, I think, something, that's very exciting. Something obviously needed, as we can tell by your rapid growth over the past couple of years. So please feel free anytime to come back and we can discuss more.
Yeah, it was really nice having the opportunity to talk to you. Thank you so much for the invitation. And of course, I hope and I look forward to keep in touch.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Thanks to you.